Today we're here with a 2009 Honda CR-V and we're going to be installing a BRExhaust Direct-Fit kit. So let's take a look at the stock exhaust and what exactly we're going to be replacing. We're going to be taking everything downstream of the catalytic converter starting at this flange. Remove the hardware, we'll go ahead and preserve all of these factory hanger locations. We're going to replace the resonator, follow the tubing all the way down to the brake point, which will also be preserved in the kit, finishing off with the muffler and finally the exhaust tip.
One of the first things we'll do is get the area lubricated so that the nuts and bolts will come off. Sometimes this may not be as easy as removing a simple nut, and you may have to cut or use a torch to remove the seized nuts on rusted parts. Anytime we're removing a rubber isolator, it's a good idea to apply some lubricant to make the removal process a little easier. One thing to note is when you have a solid one-piece exhaust system, you can see that the aid of another person or a stand is necessary to remove the exhaust. Be careful when you're doing this, as the entire exhaust system is quite heavy and could cause damage. Depending on the vehicle, there will be an old flange located behind the catalytic converter. We recommend cleaning it thoroughly of all the existing rust or corrosion prior to the installation of the new kit. One of the things to make sure of is that none of the sealing surfaces have contaminants or residue from the previous gasket, which may not be from the factory. If you're going to use a power tool for cleaning the surface, just make sure you don't have an abrasive wheel and you're using something like this gasket remover type device. The BRExhaust Direct-Fit kit comes to you in a single box with everything you need to get the job done. Everything is protected from damage and you will avoid the inconvenience of lost or missing parts. The kit includes all necessary gaskets, clamps, installation instructions, and bolt-on multi-piece design, which makes this kit so easy to install and assemble. Getting started with this bolt-on installation designed specifically for this vehicle means we're going to start from just behind the catalytic converter. Assemble the parts as instructed, connecting the BR exhaust system to the hangers and rubber mounts as you go. Be sure not to tighten anything down yet, as we'll have to do some final adjustments before we put the system in its final resting position. With the kit fully assembled and loosely installed on the vehicle, we can now make final adjustments. Starting at the front, work your way to the rear to make sure that nothing gets in the way. We're going to want to make sure that if this happens to be a vehicle with a drive shaft or other moving parts such as suspension, that all the parts are free of the normal cycling of those parts. If you're noticing at all that the system doesn't appear to be fitting correctly, please make sure that the motor mounts are in good condition, as this will affect the front pipe position, which will affect the rest of the exhaust system. And additionally, making sure that the rubber isolators or hangers are not overextended, rotted, or have cracks or damage. In the event that either of these two things are present, it may affect the overall fitment of the exhaust system.
And there you have it, a great fitting, easy to install replacement exhaust system delivered to you all in one box.